Security camera footage further underscores Nathan's desperate struggle to escape the malicious assault as witnesses look on in horror. As Theodore continues his relentless attack against Nathan, the front desk clerk inexplicably puts himself in grave danger while he's on the phone with a 911 operator. While it may seem that this situation is coming to an end, Theodore is just getting started, and another horrifying discovery remains to be uncovered behind the closed doors of this hotel. This horrifying attack in the lobby lasted almost 4 minutes, but it'll take investigators much longer to uncover the reasons behind such a cruel assault. 12 minutes later, the medical team arrives to check on Nathan. Paramedics...
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, KD, and I'm back with another video. I ain't gonna lie. I know I've been slacking, bro. Like, it's been a minute since I really locked in and went on a run where I'm dropping videos every day. I'm really slacking, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize. We finna get back on this shit, though. I'm trying to upload every day. But your boy been working. I've been working. I've been hustling. I've been going on a run. That's why y'all ain't seen me like that. I ain't been posting no new shorts. I ain't been doing nothing, man. But look, I'm back on it. I had some things I had to get done, had to accomplish. Still a few things I'm waiting on, but hey, we getting there. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But bro, check me out though, bro. Y'all see what's going on in the back. Every time I clean this room, it seems like more random shit just start appearing. And then I got that pull-up bar right here. Bro, it's too big to go on my door, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the way you can adjust it or something, but it's too big. So I just gotta do pull-ups on this But anyway, that's enough of that real life bullshit. I know y'all ain't trying to hear none of that. Today though, we got killer chases victim down and murders him in broad daylight. Now that's crazy. I know y'all ain't new to this, y'all true to this, so I ain't gonna do too much talking. I'm really finna get into this video. But like I said, if you fuck with it, boy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Nigga, emphasis on comment. Can y'all comment? I got 1 million comments on shorts, but don't nobody want to comment on the videos. Comment, man. Dang. Man, with your boy. I'm giving away 500. You can't comment? I ain't comment on this video. Stop playing with me. Yeah. Do your homework on stop playing with me. Nigga. What's wrong with you YNs? I'm tweaking. I ain't even got no lighter for the thing. I ain't got no lighter for the thwanky zoink, bro. Hold on. Cut the video. I gotta run and get a lighter. Alright. Got a lighter. Cool. But without further ado, man, we finna get into this video. I know I did a whole bunch of talking, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We finna get into this video right now. Wait. Now.
Down for a quiet evening indoors when the peace is suddenly shattered. As investigators gather the facts, they're unaware of another utterly harrowing secret hidden inside one of the hotel rooms. The following report is based on police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that while the following CCTV footage is intense, it does not show anyone being physically harmed or injured. Shortly after 4:30 on August 21st, 2021, 2 men check into the hotel. The one on the left is 28-year-old Nathan Cashman, and the other is 42-year-old Theodore Lucky. While nothing seems amiss at first glance, one of these men harbors murderous thoughts about to be unleashed.
And I mean, from the time I seen this guy, I don't know, I just had a bad feeling about him. Creepy.
Minutes after this encounter, a witness among 3 12-year hair-raising cries from the hallway on the third floor.
Personal space. Why is he so close?
Screaming at the top of his voice, help me, and several times, 3 or 4 times. And then I heard somebody, it sounded like footsteps following him, behind him. And then I heard silence, but I heard like banging, like somebody was hitting the walls on the hallway a couple times. Then it was silent.
And this is all things that you heard?
I heard, yes.
Did you see anything?
No, I was not going to open the door.
Okay.
Although most witnesses stayed inside
Did
their
you call
rooms
the
to avoid
police?
the danger, the hotel security camera captured the unfolding violence. A witness staying in room 218 notices two men at the end of the hallway engaged in an altercation.
And when I got off the elevator, there was two men at the end of the hallway, one of which was beating one man with the hose of a fire extinguisher. And when they heard the elevator ding, they turned, and one guy was screaming, "Get the police," and the other guy started moving toward me that was beating him. So I ran to my room as quick as I could and got in with my key. And then I called the main desk about 8 or 9 times and couldn't get through.
Main desk?
10 minutes later, I had police knocking on my door.
Photographs taken of the crime
Call
scene
the
show
police.
glimpses of this encounter near the second-floor window as guests struggle to avoid the bedlam. One of the witnesses
call the
describes
police
a
on the
desperate
dumbest
decision Nathan was forced to take in a panicked attempt to save himself.
And when I came out,
Somebody
I
out
looked
here
up,
losing their
I said,
life, you
oh,
ain't gonna
man,
call
this
the
dude
police.
jumped
But if
out
somebody
the
don't
window
break
trying
into
to
your
save his
damn
life,
car,
you know what I'm saying?
you will call the
Blood all on
police.
the window, the frame of the window's on the ground right there. And then that's when the other maintenance guy that's here was sitting in his car. I went over and told him, I said, man, did you see that? He said, no, I didn't see nothing. I was down on my phone. I said, man, look, dude just jumped out the window. 2 minutes later, at least 2 minutes later, there's a white guy running around the corner, and then all of a sudden, the guy came behind him with the black guy with the red hair had a machete in his hand, and he whacked him in the back of his head right before he went in, and put like another gash of many gashes that this guy already had on him. So he goes in, and I'm like, oh, man.
As Theodore chases Nathan back inside the hotel,
Well, ain't nobody
another
talking about
eyewitness
how they
recounts
called the
what
police.
he observed inside the lobby as
This
the
shit.
assault nears its gruesome conclusion.
The two people came blasting into the door, and the one in the front, the other guy was chasing, was saying, please help, please help. I saw the guy hit him once, and then we just got out of there. That was the last thing we saw.
Security camera footage further underscores Nathan's desperate struggle to escape the malicious assault as witnesses look on in horror. As Theodore continues his
There we
relentless
go.
attack against Nathan, the front desk clerk inexplicably puts himself in grave danger while he's on the phone with a 911 operator. While it may seem that this situation is coming to an end, Theodore is just getting started, and another horrifying discovery remains to be uncovered behind the closed doors of this hotel. This horrifying attack in the lobby lasted almost 4 minutes, but it'll take investigators much longer to uncover the reasons behind such a cruel assault. 12 minutes later, the medical team arrives to check on Nathan. Paramedics note a deep laceration across Nathan's neck, suggesting that his throat had been slit, and declare his death. Unsurprisingly, a medical examiner will later note in the autopsy report that Nathan died from multiple chop wounds of the head, neck, and body. As Theodore flees the crime scene, officers are unaware that they're about to receive a lead from an unlikely location over 250 miles away.
What's going on?
My wife just got a call from her son.
Okay.
Okay. He just killed somebody in New Hampshire. Okay, he just got out of prison, apparently, and it's been back and forth down here. She come home, she's all upset. I'm watching the game, me and my cousin, she blew my high. She tells me, Junior just killed someone. Where the hell is Junior at? He's in New Hampshire. I talked to him on the phone.
Sure it was him?
I'm positive it was him, okay? And he's telling me, Dad, I understand, and I'm talking to him, telling him what not to do. Hey, I understand what's going on. He'll get killed tonight, okay? Because they're looking for him.
More officers from the Asbury Park Police Department
Why
in
is
New
your
Jersey
son in New
arrive on the
Hampshire?
scene,
You know he
and
killed
Theodore's
people.
mother, Vivian Brown, relays
Do
vital
your homework
information.
on, do you really care about your son enough to put him and get him some help? They shouldn't have let him out.
He was cussing, and my son don't cuss around me. He's like, Mom, you was f***ing right. You was f***ing right. I'm like, Junior, what? He said, I done killed the mother. And my heart dropped. I said, what are you talking about? Where are you? He said that he cut him up with a machete at some hotel or somewhere. And I was like, where are you? Where are you? He said, I'm in New Hampshire. I don't know where I'm at. I said, well, whose car are you driving? I don't know. Mom, I'm lost. I don't know. I'm just going to tell you. I'll just tell you that I love you. I'm saying goodbye to you. I'm going away for the rest of my life. I don't give a damn. He's dead. I'm covered in blood. I don't know.
Yeah.
As New Jersey officers dispatch this information to the New Hampshire State Police, Vivian shares more about Theodore.
He just got out of prison Mother's Day weekend, May the 7th.
Has he ever acted out like this before?
That's why he was in prison the last time.
According to online reports, Theodore was convicted of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old minor in 2004.
So he
in
a
2012,
pedophile.
He pled guilty to 2 counts of kidnapping and served a portion of his sentence in the Northern New Hampshire Correctional Facility, where he met Nathan.
Do you know anyone by a Nate or a Nathan?
He just got out of prison too.
Okay.
Evidently they were lovers in prison.
Shocked by what their son has just admitted to doing, Vivian has reached her emotional limit with Theodore.
I understand.
I'm not.
Honey, as long as he's alive, that's all that matters. Okay?
When he took that boy's life, he should have took his right along with it. That's the way I feel about it. You don't go around here killing nobody. I don't care what they do to you. You don't take nobody's life.
I understand that.
You don't
honey.
do that.
I just don't want him to die for being stupid.
He took someone's life. I don't want to hear that. He should have took his life right along with it. If he
I
wanted to take
understand
somebody's
that,
life, he
honey.
should have took it.
Theodore's parents and the officers don't know yet that this is only a part of the crime he committed that day. Soon, a call comes in that changes the entire dynamic of the situation inside the apartment.
Hello?
See, and why this ad playing, then one of them mamas that over loves to the point where your son can damn near do anything, you'll let him get off with it. And it look like Pops don't really too much give a fuck. That's why they ain't got this man no help. Pops to the age where he trying to feet up, watch football, drink better. He ain't on all that, man.
He turned himself in. He's getting ready to walk in. Junior?
Yes, Mom.
Why, baby? Why?
I love you, Mom.
I love you too. Where you at? What police station you at?
What police station is this? Bedford. Yeah. I took somebody's life, Mom. I did it.
As Theodore speaks with his parents, one of the officers makes an alarming observation.
Oh, I don't think he's in custody yet.
Junior, whose phone are you on?
My phone.
You are in handcuffs?
No, I'm at the police station. A fireman just walked out.
Thankfully, Theodore is taken into custody without further incident. As detectives escort him into an interrogation room and read him his Miranda rights, they will soon confront him about yet another bone-chilling discovery made at the hotel.
Nathan was my boyfriend.
Okay. All right. How long have you guys been dating?
Over 3 years.
Okay.
He's definitely gone. You tell me that. You get that information from me, and I'll tell you anything you want to know.
I'm telling you the information that I have is that he's deceased.
Is he definitely? Bro, you stabbed the nigga over 50,000 times. What you mean?
I was hurt.
Yeah.
He got out of prison a few weeks ago.
Theodore claims that he drove from New Jersey that morning to see Nathan and arrived at the hotel around noon.
We'd like to know what the interaction was in the hotel room.
And we started arguing about him yelling at me.
While Theodore shares about the incident, officials also know there's more to his story as they explore the timeline of events.
I guess you said, did stuff happen in the hallway, or was it down into the lobby? Or could you help us understand where things kind of happened?
It happened in the lobby and in the hallway and all the hotel.
And when you say happened, are you stabbing, or is it more of like a hitting, or how would you describe it?
Hitting.
Hitting? Like coming from up, down?
Yep.
And where were you hitting him?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Crime scene photographs show the bloody machete Theodore used in the slaughter. But shockingly, Nathan was not the only victim that day. While officers were interviewing witnesses at the hotel, they discovered shocking security footage showing Theodore checking into the hotel earlier that day with 60-year-old David Hanford. But David didn't know that he was walking into a nightmare.
What would really help us is there another person? Who's this other person?
Later reports state that David is Theodore's ex-boyfriend and has known him for decades. Theodore later claimed that David believed they were at the hotel for a romantic weekend and knew nothing about his plans for Nathan.
Who's the other gentleman that you were asking about? Is he...
Dave.
Dave? Okay. Where was Dave?
In the room.
So Dave was also in the room?
In another room.
Oh, okay. Did he come up with you from New Jersey? Okay.
As officers started clearing the crime scene, they received information that there may be a second victim. As they cleared the hotel's third floor, they knocked and received no response from one of the rooms. Upon opening the door, officers found David completely incapacitated.
So you're in the hotel room, Dave, and how is he, he's bound to like the bed or tied to the bed?
Yeah.
Okay. And did he do that sort of voluntarily, or was that something that you decided to do?
David, well, more so him, he likes the whole SM and bondage type thing.
They found David covered in a hotel blanket with a belt wrapped around his neck and clear tape covering his nose and mouth. It appeared he'd been dead for some time. While it's still unknown what prompted Theodore to commit this horrifying act, the eventual answer is something none of the detectives anticipated.
I told Dave that I was hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. I told Dave I didn't want to hurt him. I wish that I could leave you in the room like tied to the bed. But because I told you everything, you like, yeah, and tell everything. But I said, well, things go south. I knew what I was going to do.
You didn't want him to get out?
No.
You mentioned you didn't want him to say what you had said about Nathan.
Yep.
Theodore claims that he kept David inside the room and eventually suffocated him to death because David knew about his plans. He feared that David might have escaped and warned Nathan about the impending attack. But to understand what motivated Theodore to attack Nathan, detectives must explore their relationship. 2 weeks prior to the events at the hotel, Theodore and his friends drove up to visit Nathan and noticed something odd about him.
But then I came outside and I was talking to him and I noticed that there was a hickey on his neck.
A week later, when Nathan calls off their relationship, things spiral out of control.
And he said that he was breaking up. I said, why? That's when he told me he had slept with some girl.